Hey, how's it going, guys? My name's James Pena and welcome to my channel. We go over tips and subtleties on basic sleight of hand. Today we're going to be going over the palm and the gambler's cop. So let's get into it. Well, the first one we're going to go over today is the classic palm, specifically the one-handed top palm. Reasons why is because so many people have a hard time getting into that one-handed top palm, right? They struggle, they'll get 1, 2, or even more cards at that. So the way I do my palm is like, let's say somebody picks a random card, they pick the 8 of diamonds. From here, do whatever method suits you. And I'll be like, look, 1 card jumps, right? I'll actually make 1 disappear. 1, 2, 3, right? It's gone and actually jumps to this pocket, right? Nope, not here. And then you already have it. So how to get into the one-handed top palm. As we all know, the classic palm is held like this between the pinky and the thumb, base of the thumb. And these 3 fingers are kind of just sitting there. So my first tip to getting into the classic palm. Once you select a card and it's controlled to the top, all you want to do is just push to leave this gap right here. That way it creates a lip up here. And the reason to do that is so this can pop off much easier. Moving on to my second tip, the reason you want to do this is so, like, let's say you want to pretend to grab the card that's over here, right? You pop this off and now you've successfully palmed it. You don't have to pretend there's a card here. You can pretend there's a Sharpie or a coin or another deck of cards, whatever you feel like you want to grab out of that pocket that day. Now my third tip. Once you've successfully, right, gotten into that palm, one nice little subtlety that I like doing is curling this index finger in. It just feels like there's nothing there. And again, I love to just like handing this off. Don't be scared to hand this off, right? In a complete overview, so once you've controlled that card to the top, right, you grab that 2 of spades. As you're talking, you're pushing that up. Pretend to grab that there's something in your pocket. Grab this pocket, or you can do this. Once you've gotten that Sharpie out, you could also give it to them for them to wave the Sharpie over the deck or whatever. And now you've palmed it. And that's how that should look. So now we're going to be going over the gambler's cop. What the gambler's cop looks like is it's held like this. 3 fingers kind of holding it, pressing it against the thumb, and it's held like that, right? And it looks like this from the side. Now, I personally didn't like how this was held. It felt weird. I personally didn't like it. But then I ended up watching this video by Jerron Clark, I believe, or Illusionist, and he taught the future classic palm, and how the future classic palm was essentially like this. This corner was in between these 2 fingers, right? And this would stick out, but you'd have to use your thumb to cover it. But after a few years of doing the cop, and after I watched that video, I was like, well, why don't I just move this down? So I just ended up moving it down. And that's just how I do my cop now. To me, I believe, I mean, it's not much, but I did lessen the card that was sticking out. And it's really comfortable to hold it. And you can be pretty relaxed with this because it's not using basically 2 fingers. It's only using these 2. All right, so now you can be more open, right, and handle it pretty well. So quick performance of how I get into the gambler's cop. I grab any card, or once a spectator has selected the card, control it to the bottom via whatever method I like. And then from here, as I'm scoring the deck, I now have it palmed. So how to get into the gambler's cop. First, you want to get a selection and control it to the bottom. You either want to get a break by a simple pinky pull down, just pull down like that, or buckle it, putting pressure right here in the index finger and slipping your pinky in there. Now what you want to do is I get ready as for a dribble. I move the card back, and this happens very quickly. Move the card back. I drop this off, so it's in the cup already. And then I just dribble the rest. Then you push, right? Or you kind of pull this back. And then since this isn't squared, right? Since I'm already back here, all I have to do is push forward to square the deck. And you're good. And that's just how you do it. Well guys, that's all the tips and subtleties that I have today for the Classic Palm and the Gambler's Cup. If you liked today's video, go ahead and consider leaving a like. If you have been liking all the content I've been delivering, go ahead and please consider subscribing. I am fairly new to YouTube, so it would help me out a lot. Besides that, hopefully you guys have a good day. Peace.